So today we are going to try out Photoshop's Quick Mask tool. And Quick Mask tool is great because you can make a finer selection of your object. So let's start out with just a quick selection tool. It's the fourth tool on the left-hand toolbar. Let's just do a quick selection of the balloon. Now, I could have done this two ways. I could have selected the sky, or I could have selected the balloon. But just for using the example of Quick Mask Tool, we're going to just select the balloon. So I have a pretty good selection here, but the problem is there's a lot of sky around the guy here. So if I zoom in, you can see a lot of the detail that we still need to take out is in our selection. So if I click on Quick Mask Tool, you can see that now this part that is not my selection is in red and my selection is clear. This is a great example of how we can take out the blue and just fine tune the object. So when we place this into another sky, there's no aura or halo located around it. So we can do this two ways. We can use our eraser tool to erase the non-selection area. This would make it a new selection. So you can do a freestyle selection for many areas in a picture. Or I can paint on using black paint only. I can paint on the non-selected area. So remember, this red tint is considered non-selected area. So I'm just going to take my paintbrush in here and I'm just going to kind of clean up around the paint of the balloon and paint around it. Make sure that there's no aura. Remember, the more you get those pixels out of there of the sky, the more it's going to look more natural when you place it into your other Photoshop canvas. So I'm getting a pretty good selection here. Once again, remember, if you don't take out all those little selections or pixels, see I had a couple pixels loose over there and I covered them up, they will be considered your selection, and that's not what you want. You want to make sure it's just the balloon and not the sky. In this case, anyway. All right, so I think that this is pretty good. Let's check it out. Let's see how it looks. All right, that's actually pretty good. So if you look around now, I'm scrolling around, the selection is completely around the balloon and this pixelated little guy in his basket. So if I scroll up here, you can see it's selected nicely around the balloon. And if I wanted to from here, I can just copy and paste this into a new layer or into a new canvas. So let's just copy, going Command C for copy. Let's make a new layer and go Command V for victory for paste. And if I turn off the viewing eyeball on my second layer or my layer 1, you can see my selection that I just made with the Quick Mask tool. So let's review for a second. The Quick Mask tool is great for fine-tuning a selection that you may not have had a clean selection to begin with. When you know you're in the Quick Mask mode, because this little area here, the little rectangle will turn solid gray or have a red outline. When you're not in it, it will just be pure white. Now, if I have nothing selected, there will not be a red tint around it. I have to select something first to make my Quick Mask mode engaged. So now you can see this is my selection, this is my non-selection. So remember, practice and press save often, and we'll see you next time.